Hey, how's it going? Chris Graham here with another edition of Stats Chat for We Love Betting. This, of course, is Stats Chat's all about just looking at data, stats, trends, that kind of thing, and see if we can pull out any value bets every week. And I think it's been a success. We had 5 out of 5 a few weeks ago, 3 out of 5 2 weeks after that, and 1 out of 2 last week. The snow wrecked that, but 5 more bets for you today that the stats and trends suggest will win come the weekend or come tomorrow. Because of course it's Easter weekend, isn't it? Brilliant, exciting. Five games to get stuck into. I'm kicking off with a championship tie between Peterborough and Cardiff, and this game has been all about goals, big time, massively. 27 goals in the last 6 matchups between these sides, averaging 4.5 goals per game. There's been a 4-3, there's been a 4-4, both at London Road and Peterborough, and I looked at this and I thought, alright, it's got to be a really short price. I might even mention it in Stats Chart. I thought it'd be about 4 to 6, 8 to 13. It ain't, no way. 5 to 6, best price, baby. I think that's a great price. Without looking at the stats, Peterborough just are almost a byword for over 2.5. So 5 to 6, Peterborough against Cardiff. I like that a lot, so I'm going for that. Over 2.5, 5 of the last 6 times these sides have played together as well. Bear that in mind. Another key stat in favour of that particular statistic. That's a Saturday game, of course. Hartlepool against the MK Dons is next from League One. This is all about head-to-heads, and it's all about MK Dons. MK Dons unbeaten in 9 against the North East club. Played 9, won 6, drawn 3, lost 0. In fact, they've only played with each other 15 times in their history. Of course, MK Dons just formed a decade ago, and the record very much in MK Dons' favour. Played 15, won 8, drawn 4, lost 3 since 2004. Hartlepool won, of course, just 3 times then. This fixture. That came in the second game, the third game, and the fifth game these sides played against each other. Since then, it's been all about MK. They've been on top. They've had a couple of 3-1 wins and a 5-0 away win back in January 2010. In fact, the last time Hartlepool actually won this fixture was January the 13th, 2007, over 6 years ago. At the time, the papers were going mental. Absolutely all sorts of shit was kicking off in Celebrity Big Brother. Jade Goody was involved in that horrible row with Shilpa Shetty. That didn't end well, did it? Let's be honest. For anyone. So yeah, MK Don 6-5 to win that fixture on Friday against Hartlepool on Good Friday. Southampton against Chelsea is the next game we're looking at on Saturday from the Premier League, and it's all about the first half here, this particular fixture. These sides love the first half, they crave the first half, they score goals in the first half. Southampton's case, they concede goals in the first half. Chelsea have got a superb record in the first half, really impressed me. They've only conceded 9 goals in the first half this season. That's better than any side in the Premier League, and they've scored 30 as well, which is second best. Only Man United have scored more in the first half, so scored 30, conceded 9. They've actually scored more goals in the first half than the second half of the season. Scored 58 throughout the campaign, 30 have come in the first half. Very impressive from Chelsea. Southampton, there's pluses and negatives here. Basically all sorts of fireworks go off when Southampton play in the first half. 20 goals scored, 29 conceded more than any other side in the Premier League, and 20 goals scored is still fairly high for a first half figure. So for me, lots of boxes ticked here. Chelsea, excellent scoring form in the first half. Southampton, good, decent scoring form in the first half, appalling defensively in the first half. So I think we'll see more goals in the first half than any other half. So I'm backing the highest scoring half to be the first half at 9-4. It's a big price, I like that. Another one about time periods, and this is the 76th to 90th minute. Arsenal against Reading, you know the drill by now, don't you? But Reading, they score late. So the Arsenal as well, which people haven't really picked up as much in the media as we've heard about Reading. Because if you look at Arsenal's figures in the last 15 minutes this season, very, very impressive. Scored 14, conceded just 2. That is a very, very impressive record. Reading, on the other hand, well, they've scored more. They've scored 15. Arsenal have scored the second highest figure in the Premier League. Reading, number 1, top of the charts. 15 goals scored in the last 15 minutes. The problem is, though, they've conceded 13 in the last 15 minutes, which is the second worst in the Premier League this season. Only Newcastle have conceded more in that last 15 minutes period. So there you go, boxes ticked again. Arsenal amazing in attack in the last 15 minutes. Reading amazing in attack in the last 15 minutes. Reading appalling defensively in the last 15 minutes. I like the sound of that. I think there'll be a goal scored between the 76th and 90th minute in this fixture on Saturday. You can back that 7-10. I like that. And finally, again, very similar bet, 76th and 90th minute again, and it's a League One fixture, this one, between Colchester and Bournemouth. Colchester scored just 4 goals in that period, but they're defensively awful. 17 goals conceded between the 76th and 90th minute. That's worse than any other side in League One. Couple that with their opponents on Friday, Bournemouth. They've scored 16 in the last 15 minutes, which is better than any other side in League One, and they've conceded 15 in the last 15 minutes, which is right up there with the worst defensive record. So there you go, 3 out of 4 boxes ticked. Colchester awful defensively in the last 15 minutes. Bournemouth awful defensively in the last 15 minutes, but great attack wise in the last 15 minutes. There's no specific bet for a goal to be scored between the 76th and 90th minute, but Paddy Power are offering 10-11. We'll see a goal after the 73rd minute in this game. I think we will, I really do. I think 10-11 is a great price. The stats say that should be 4-6, no 10-11. So that's my 5 bets. I hope you enjoyed it. Peterborough, Cardiff over 2.5. MK Dons to beat Hartlepool 6-5. I've gone for the first half to be the highest scoring half in the Southampton-Chelsea game, and a goal scored between the 76th and 90th minute in the Arsenal-Reading game, and a goal after the 73rd minute in the Colchester-Bournemouth game. I'm exhausted. See you later. Enjoy Easter.